Oh man, welcome to the channel. Did we have a good one today? Today is day 14, Matthew chapter 14, on this 365-day journey through the Bible. If you missed the full reading, I encourage you to subscribe, go to the channel, check out that full reading. If not, if you don't want to listen to me read it, that's totally fine. I get it. I'm not the best reader. Then dive into your own Bible, read Matthew chapter 14. And here is the quick recap of what just took place because it was pretty incredible. First things first, we start out with John the Baptist, Herod, who is the son of the Herod who killed all the babies earlier in Matthew when Jesus was born, afraid that a king was coming to take his place. So the son of that Herod is also named Herod. And he's doing things with his brother's wife that he shouldn't be doing. And John the Baptist is calling him out on it. So John the Baptist, the cousin of Jesus, is calling him out for the wrong things he's doing. Herod doesn't like that, throws him in prison. In prison, Herodias, Herod's wife, her daughter dances for Herod at a party. He is pleased by it, and so he says, I'll give you whatever you want. Her mother says, hey, ask for John the Baptist's head. So Herod, because he made an oath to her in front of all these people, can't go back on it, gives her what she wants, has John the Baptist beheaded in prison. And so now his response to Jesus, when Jesus is doing all these miraculous signs, is being afraid. So that's one way you could respond to Jesus, is you could be afraid. He doesn't then go seek Jesus for what he's doing, but he's fearful. And he is thinking that this is John the Baptist reincarnated, and that's why he has all these miraculous powers. When Jesus finds out about this, he's kind of distraught. Him and his disciples go to the other side of the lake, but the people of the village just follow him to the other side of the lake. Jesus begins healing their sick and teaching to them. This is a large crowd of people. And it starts to get late in the day, and the disciples are like, hey, Jesus, we don't have anything for these people to eat, and we're kind of like out in the middle of nowhere. We need them to go back to the villages to eat. And Jesus is like, no, just give them something to eat. And they're like, we don't have anything. All we got is 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. And Jesus is like, that's cool. Bring it to me. And then Jesus breaks the bread and tears up the fish and he prays for it first, and then he breaks it. The disciples hand it out to all the people. Everybody eats, everybody's full, and there's 12 baskets left over. Powerful message in that is the fact that if we give Jesus everything that we have, he can bless it and turn it into anything he wants. If we give him our everything, he can take our everything and do anything. Just something to think about. But after that, Jesus is distraught. Remember, John the Baptist, he just found out, was beheaded. He is sad. This is his cousin. He goes up on the mountainside and prays, and he sends the disciples to the other side of the lake by boat. And as he's praying, he's alone, and the boat moves the Bible says, considerable distance away from the shore. And then Jesus just walks on water and goes out to the boat. The disciples seeing a figure moving on the water. I mean, what the heck? Like, things don't just walk on the water. They're like, it's a ghost. And Jesus is like, no, fear not. It's just me. You know this guy that's been doing all these miraculous signs that just fed like 15 to 20,000 people with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish? Because the Bible says there was 5,000 people, just counting the men, not including the women and children. But yet the guy that just did that, he can also do this. And he walks on the water. Peter then also gives us 2 examples of faith that we deal with in our daily life. At first, he is bold and he is confident. He says, Jesus, if it's you, call me out to you and I'll come. Jesus says, come. And Peter takes the step out of the boat. To me, that's a little bit nuts. He literally walks out of a boat on the water and is not afraid that he's sinking. But just like in all of our lives, the storms come and the waves get bigger And Peter shifts his focus off of Jesus and puts it onto the storms, and he begins to sink. But Jesus, still being there with him, says, "Why did you doubt me? Like, I am here." And he reaches out his hands, and Jesus lifts him up, and they both get back to the boat. And when they get into the boat, the waves in the storm stop. And everybody who was with him was mind blown. Who is this guy? Truly, he is the Son of God. That's the conclusion on Matthew chapter 14. I hope you read it for yourself. The accounts that are written by Matthew in this book are just amazing, and there is true power in the words. So that's it. See you tomorrow. Love you. Mean it.